Hey everyone, TAC1421 here yet again with my Pokemon FireRed Let's Play. And in the previous episode, we took on the Viridian Forest and we grew a lot of levels from that. It was actually quite easily with Charmander on our side, and he kind of, sprayed through the forest with his fiery fury, but that was very, very nice. We also took on Gary. It was actually a quite easy battle as well, so things are looking quite good, but now we have to battle Brock. The Pewter City gym leader. He has he does have rock type Pokemon. He has a Geodude level 12 and an Onix level 14, and these things are going to be quite difficult. We do have a nice move on our side, which is obviously Metal Claw, but first we have to take on this trainer right here. Off screen, I also did grow a level. I forgot to mention that. So I am level 15, a level 15 Charmander, and we should be in pretty decent shape. I feel as if 15 or possibly 16 by the time we get to Brock is a good level to be at, considering his Pokemon's level and the difficulty of rock type Pokemon against fire type Pokemon, that kind of thing. But as you can see, Metal Claw is a pretty decent move against these gym leaders of this rock type Pokemon. I am going to use Ember on the Sandshrew. I think that's going to do, yep, that's a decent amount. Should be a 2-hit KO. And there we go. So we take out that gym leader quite easily, indeed. So I'm actually going to quickly go to the Pokemart. But as I'm doing that, I want to talk about the question of the day that you guys answered for me in the comments of last episode, which is, what Pokemon games have you played, and which is your favorite? So I got a great amount of responses from that. I'm thankful for all the responses and all that stuff. So please keep it up, and please answer today's question of the day as well, which will be at the bottom of your screen. So that's going to be very nice. But the games I've played, I grew up. The first game I ever played was Pokemon Blue. I did not get Red or Yellow, but I had Pokemon Blue. And then from there, I didn't play that game too much. I beat it once. I didn't get any of my Pokemon up to level 100 or anything, but I did beat the game. And then I moved on to Pokemon Gold, which I played a ton. I think I was like first grade, or I don't even know what grade I was at back then, but I played that game, and I will continue along my my story here, but after we face Brock. But I want to do full commentary on my gym leader, my battle against Brock here. So Brock, the Pewter City gym leader, 2 Pokemon, a Geodude level 12 and an Onix level 14, and this is going to be pretty difficult for us, and hopefully we can take out this Geodude pretty fast. I hope we can 2-hit it. It's not gonna look good. I think it's going to be 3, even 4 possibly, depending on what moves he uses here. Okay, he does use a tackle, so we're going to hit this thing. We're going to kill this thing in 3 hits. And the crit hit didn't matter there, but now we have to face this Onix. And this Onix, we did go to level 16, which is fantastic, but this Onix is honestly a beast for us at the moment. If you are using Bulbasaur or Squirtle, this thing is easy, but for a fire type Pokemon like my Charmander, this thing is difficult to take out because of that. And the Rock Tomb. I forgot about that completely. So Rock Tomb is a really effective move against our Charmander, so we can withdraw one more, or we can withstand one more, but I am going to have to use a potion here. So let's go to our bag and use a potion. I do have 9 of them, so we're fine. We pretty much go to full health. Hopefully he doesn't use Rock Tomb, and he does. That's really unfortunate there. I feel as if I can probably withstand one more, so I am going to use a Metal Claw. He does miss with Bind, and oh, we almost take it out there. I'm going to go ahead and use a potion here just in case things don't work out. So if he does use a Rock Tomb, then the next move I can use. Okay, good. So never mind about that, but I'm going to use my Metal Claw. He's going to use Bind. That's not going to do that much, and we do finish it off with a super effective Metal Claw. So that actually worked out very nice. I'm quite happy with how that turned out. We do defeat Brock, and we do get our very first gym badge, the Boulder badge from Brock. So that's fantastic. So we're that much closer to completing the game, getting to Elite 4, and that's just very nice. He also allows us the ability to use Flash out of battle, and he gives us some nice chunk of cash. But my Charmander is evolving, which is so fantastic. I'm just going to be quiet here for a second. So there we go. Charmander evolves into Charmeleon. And I like to be quiet during those times. He also gives us level or TM39, but I like to be quiet during those moments where my Pokemon evolve, just because I feel as if it's like more epic if you kind of listen to the music, you watch it evolve and stuff like that. So that's why I do that. But Rock Tomb is a good move. I don't know if we can learn it. I doubt we can, but let's just see here for a second. Oh, you have to actually go to your TM case. Open my TM case. Rock Tomb, power 50, accuracy 80. Let's see if we can. No, I didn't think so. But there we go. So we do get our first badge, and I will continue along my conversation that I was talking about as far as what Pokemon games I was playing. But if you go up here, you also can go to this Pewter Museum of Science. I'm not going to worry about that too much. I'm not going to bother with it. But we're just going to continue along to the next route, face some trainers. But after Pokemon Gold, which I did play quite a bit, that was actually a great game. I think I played that. I went through that game I think about 3 or 4 times. I got some Pokemon to level 100. I think the first Pokemon I've ever gotten to level 100 was I think it was Ho-Oh. It could have been Mudkip, but I'm not sure. Or not Mudkip. What is it? Is it Totodile for that stage? I think it was Totodile. Was it Totodile? Yeah, it was Totodile. I think it might have been Fraligator that I got to level 100, but I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure on those, but I did play that game quite a bit. It was extremely fun, so I enjoyed that quite a lot. I didn't heal up at the Pokemon, but I don't think I really have to, because Charmeleon is a boss. So level 17 for Charmeleon. But after I played Gold for a long time, I think I got Pokemon like Coliseum and stuff like that. I got a few games for the GameCube and for the Nintendo. So I played those games, and then after that I got Pokemon Ruby. And Pokemon Ruby is one of my favorite Pokemon games, if not my favorite of all time, because I played that game so much. I got all the legendary Pokemon in that game. I beat the Elite Four like 80 times or something. It was crazy. And I got, I think, a full party to level 100 in that game, so that was really fun. And then I kind of didn't play Pokemon for a while. I kind of just, let it go. I moved on to other things, but I really got back into it a few years ago. I just, decided to play. I decided to, play a few games. I never played like whatever it's called, a Diamond or something. Those games. I never played the 4th gen Pokemon or whatever it's called, but I did play Heart Gold. My sister was nice enough to lend me her DS, and I played Heart Gold on that DS, and that game is probably my favorite. It's kind of a toss-up between Pokemon Ruby and Heart Gold, because Pokemon Heart Gold, there's so much to do. The graphics were improved, obviously, as Charmeleon grows level 18, but it's just an amazing game in itself. So I feel as if that's probably my favorite game. And then I played Pokemon Black. I chose Black over White, and I played through it really quickly. I didn't really like it too much. I don't know. It was just I think I have such a I like the older Pokemon so much, and I was fine with like the 2nd gen and 3rd gen Pokemon. I was okay with that, but I think just the other generation of Pokemon that they just recently did is just, I don't know. I didn't like it too much, and I don't know what you guys think about that, but I like the old Pokemon, the original 150, 151, but that's just my opinions on that. A lot of my favorite Pokemon come from that original 150, 151. I don't even, I guess you can count Mew, but yeah. So that's that, and we're just kind of breezing through this area. If I did have another Pokemon, I'd probably be training them at this moment, but since I only have Charmeleon and I can't really catch any other Pokemon at this current moment, then I'm just kind of sticking with Charmeleon and just getting it to be that much of a beast. So we do get poison there, which is unfortunate. That's the ability of the Pokemon that we just defeated. But luckily I do have a poison heal, whatever it's called. Where is it? An antidote in my pocket, so we're going to use that on Charmeleon, and look at that little animation there, and we are cured of our poisoning, so that's fantastic. Not too many gym leaders or trainers to go here. I'm just gonna finish it off and just kind of, you know, beat all of them. Caterpie level 11. I don't know why it's not a better Pokemon at this point. Butterfree. Its Charmeleon goes level 19. But yeah, that's what I never really understood in this game, is why the trainers keep their Pokemon to be like whatever it is, like, you know, Metapod in that situation. Why don't they evolve them? I mean, they could evolve them. They could evolve them to so much of a better Pokemon, have so much of a better, like, you know, everything. A chance of, you know, beating people and you know, more powerful Pokemon. And here's a Jigglypuff. This Jigglypuff is probably, besides the Onix, obviously, it's probably the toughest Pokemon that we've seen so far, and it's going to use a Defense Curl. Hopefully we can defeat it in 2 hits here, and there we go. I mean, it's not too tough, but compared to, you know, the Metapods and the Caterpies and the Weedles and all that, and the Rattatas that we've, you know, come across in this area and the previous areas of the game so far, that Jigglypuff is probably the best so far. So congrats to you, Jigglypuff. And traditionally, when you get like further and further into an area, the Pokemon are, you know, tougher and tougher. Like as you know, go through that area, the gym leaders, or the why do I keep on calling them gym leaders? The trainers usually have tougher and tougher Pokemon as you know, kind of advance. So does this guy want to battle us? No, I guess not. So there we go. I think that's pretty much it. Nope, never mind. Oh, that guy doesn't want to battle us either. Does this person want to battle us? No? Alright, fine. Is there anything on these rocks? I feel like there'd be something in these areas. Okay, we found a berry. That's pretty cool. There's like a little indent right there. I kind of saw that. So normally where there's indents, there's you know, berries or something, like something of some kind. But I just want to show everyone something really quickly. If you go to this guy right here, I'm not going to do it because I don't want it, but you can get a Magikarp. So if you go to this guy right here, you can buy a Magikarp for 500 bucks. It's a legit Magikarp. But obviously, since I'm doing a FireRed, MonoType Fire Run, I'm not going to get it. So that's that. But anyways, that pretty much does it for this episode, everyone. In the next episode, we will continue along our journey, and we will go into this cave. Is there a sign outside? Yeah. What is this cave called? This cave is Mount Moon tunnel entrance. So we're going to go into Mount Moon in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see everyone next time. Peace. It's Magikarp!